Welcome back to Tea and Toys. This time it is Marvel Legends 375 Kenner Retro Line. I still hate that name. They need to shorten it, find a new name for it. Take away the Marvel Legends. The Marvel Legends, well, they're this size, right? But not like that. So, who did we get from the standard wave? We got Moon Knight, with their white costume and their black mask with the red eyes. There he is there. Very much the same as a lot of the other male bucks, which has been some of the complaints. I actually quite like it being like that. It's all a throwback of those old toys where, yeah, they did use the same buck. Like, you take the He-Man figures, for instance. Those things reuse bucks left, right, and centre. So this time we get, obviously, a new cape, a new head, and artwork on the belt and chest. We get our third Spider-Man, yeah, so we're already on 3 Spider-Mans, and we're only a few waves in. This is based on his first appearance, hence the card back, with the old wings on the arms. This is the red and black version. I actually really like this, and the more and more of these that I pick up, I didn't show Moon Knight's back as well, the more I'm kind of tempted to open more up. I had a few duplicates from when I picked up full sets and waves, and obviously, and when I picked up the Daredevil to get the Cliff Jumper, and from the wave, Nova as well. One of my good friend's favourite characters. Not one I grew up with, if I'm honest. Not the Nova I'm familiar with. I'm actually more familiar with the female Nova than the male one. But yeah, I think it's a 70s character. Not a big fan of him, but he turned out really nicely. As you can see, it's the same male bug, different artwork, different head. And apparently one of the more sought after characters, according to Hasbro fan polls or how they're reading the online forums and Facebook pages and Twitter pages, was Firestar. Well, we had Spider-Man, we had Iceman, and yeah, I kind of agree with the logic that Firestar should be the next one to do, to complete that little trio from the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon. One I grew up with. That's actually the Spider-Man cartoon that I grew up with, so fully embraced Firestar. I'm glad she got the Firestar box and not an X-Men one for it, but yeah, no, all good. Can't wait for them to announce the next wave, but I do think the announcements between these waves are so few and far between. I think it's Steve Evans. If you can get on the ball, man, and start announcing more of these waves, just so we can get a good taster of what's to come. Now, also what came in the box, now what's at the bottom of the box, and I'll point this out straight away, look, I like to keep these mint in box, water damaged. Now the Sentinel took the brunt, see it there, of the wetness in the box. The other 4 came up absolutely fine, but unfortunately my Sentinel came with a duff box. I'm not going to send it back. I might actually get another one to have it mint in box, or I might just start opening them so I don't have to worry about damaged boxes, so on and so forth. And it also will make these reviews a little bit more interesting for those of you that like to get the boxes and rip them open. But I did want to keep the card backs because I do love this artwork, and this is one of the big draws for me. And this line is this artwork, are these little bios, just so reminiscent of like that original Top Trumps trading card set. I know I banged on about that before, but I really do love this line, and I hope we can get so much more out of it. But stick to those retro characters. I want Namor. We need that original trio of characters, the original Human Torch, Namor the Submariner in his pants, and he's coming in his pants, and we already have Captain America. And if they could do the Blazing Skull, like complete those early, what they called, the Invaders from the old 40s books, love to see some more of that. Again, complete the classic X-Men lineup, as well as the giant size X-Men lineup, then the 90s cartoon X-Men lineup, a hell of a lot more Spider-Man villains. I would actually like to see some of the human characters as well, so I do want to see a Gwen Stacy, a Mary Jane, Moira McTaggart, although she's now a mutant. But to me, I don't know why they did that with her in the more recent stuff. But like your other cast of characters, Robbie from J. Jonah Jameson's paper, J. Jonah Jameson as well. They're all a part of the Marvel Universe. Will they be big sellers? Probably not. Will they try sticking them in vehicles and playsets? I don't want to go down that route. with playsets and vehicles personally. I know a lot of people want it. They want to have the Captain America mobile from the old Toy Biz line and some of the other wacky stuff that they did in the Secret Wars stuff. I personally could care less about crazy wackadoo vehicles. If they were going to do vehicles, I want proper ones, like your Fantastic Car, like the Spider-Man buggy Jeep that you had in the comics for a short time, very short time. Just things like that are genuine, actual vehicles from the Marvel back catalogue of comics. For those who want the wackadoo ones, you get them. Like, for me, if there was a figure in there, I'll buy it and sell that vehicle as soon as I could. What do you think? Do I open or do I leave closed on the back of my Sentinel box being damaged? Tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to love, like, subscribe, and say who you want else to come in this toy line.